have to go upward.
Of course, because the other way it gets like pokey.
That's what happens with Velvet. Speaking of Velvet, your vocals, Velvet.
Stop. That was a great segue.
I didn't even plan that.
Nice of you.
It's
Thank you
just
so much.
true. Oh my God. I'm sure, yeah, like it's just, you just never know what's going to come out of a body, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Amazing.
I guess you're so right.
The one thing I was thinking of when I was watching you, I was like, you are running all over the place with your voice, like runs for days. I'm wondering, like, who are some of your favorite runners?
Oh, there's
vocal
so
runners.
Many, so many.
Who are you inspired by?
Yebba, Tori Kelly,
yes.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan, yes.
Kim Burrell.
Kim Burrell.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Riffers and runs. Like, I'm missing so many people.
Anybody, like, super old school? I mean, I know you're into jazz. Jazz goes way back.
I mean, like, you know, like, maybe not riffers and run, but, like, Bill Withers,
yeah,
you know, like,
for sure.
duh.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like Luther Vandross.
Yes.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, and so let's get right into one of the AMAs.
Okay.
Skittles asks, when writing songs, and I was wondering this too as well, do you find yourself figuring out a chord progression first, or do you have a melody and find chords to match? And I'm also curious, like, do you write lyrics first, or, you know?
I literally,
tell us about it.
I'll tell you exactly what I do. Okay, so when I'm writing a song, usually I'll be like, let me find some chords. Let me find some interesting chords that I've never done before, like an interesting time signature. Maybe they're super slow, super quick, you know? And then I'll like kind of hum or scat some melodies over it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, this sounds dope. Like, I like this.
Yeah.
And then I will have to find the lyrics that fit inside the melody that I made. Because, like, to me, the chords first, then melody, and then the lyrics like have to like superimpose themselves onto what already exists.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you ever use like synonym dictionaries?
All the time. Synonym and rhyming dictionaries are my best friends.
Yo, I remember when I was in middle school, I was in the summer program, and I took a class that was called rap class, where we learned how to write raps.
That's kind of dope.
And there was like all these dudes in there, and I'd never written a rap before, and I brought a rhyming dictionary in with me, like a paper one, and everybody laughed at me.
Why?
Yeah,
that's so mean.
Because it's just supposed to be like all in the brain.
Okay, well, sometimes there's a word that you would never think of, and then it makes this whole cool idea. And
I agree with you.
know?
Yeah, thank you.
I would never judge you for using.
I've been holding on to that for all these years.
Don't worry, don't worry. I support you.
Thank you.
Because I do the same thing.
Red Velvet. When would you say that your love for jazz began?
Honestly, when I was in high school, that's when I first started like learning reading sheet music, and I played the trumpet in band.
Yeah.
And we kind of did jazz band.
Damn, girl, you play everything.
Well, I don't really play anymore,
okay.
But so like we kind of started like with the jazz band, but we played more like pop songs. And it's when I went in Quebec, the province that I live in between like university and high school, there's like this weird school in between that you do like a 2 or 3 year program that's very specific to like what your career. So I did music, so I did jazz interpretation. That's when I learned like the theory and the history and like how to record in a studio and how to record music onto a computer. You know, like all stuff like that is what I learned over those 3 years, and it was amazing. Like I owe all my stuff to those 3 years, honestly.
That's incredible. And let's talk a little bit about TikTok, because that's been like a place where a lot of your artistry lives.
Yep.
Love it or hate it, but you've been like doing well with it. Even though one of your songs, you were saying you had a moment where people were saying you suck. I'm curious. First of all, what songs were those?
Well, back when there was this trend on TikTok that was super popular. It started with the I could be brown, I could be blue, and they would stack up their vocals and they make this huge harmony thing at the end. I was like, I want to do that, but I did it with like songs that I chose, and I made them super jazzy. Like the chords were very crunchy, as you would say, and not everyone like thinks that sounds good, you know, because it's specific. And I was like, I think this sounds cool. And then people were telling me, like, it sounds bad and it's off key, which doesn't make sense. It's out of key, not off key. Yeah.
Hello, if you're going to diss right.
It's just,
know the disses.
Exactly. But so that they were literally saying, like, you suck. And I was like, oh, wow. So then I was feeling super down, right? So I wrote a song about it.
Yeah. I love that you did that, because, like, it's hard being out there. You know, someone just rolled across the stage.
Wow,
it's always
that
the
was
case.
Some parkour right there. That was amazing.
Someone parkoured underneath the camera.
I'm pretty sure he was drunk.
Oh, that's even better.
Is that your drink, by the way.
What's up, Jayo?
I just need to know, Stacey,
yes.
How many people have you text drunk?
Honestly, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Let's all get cozy. So
Oh my God, okay, come in.
So you just don't want people texting you drunk, but you can text people
Only
drunk?
that one specific guy.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. And
but anyone else?
You don't want to give him clout.
No, yeah, exactly.
What about
Can you
first
hear
date?
us? Let us know. Can you
he
hear
slid in
us?
my DMs. Oh, hold on. This is a good
Can
story.
you hear us?
So if they can't hear, they need to hear. Okay,
No.
amazing.
We back. Okay, good.
Okay, so I wrote the song about the guy, right? And like a couple weeks ago, he slid in my DMs and was like, "Hey, like, I just want to ask you one favor since like you're getting so much clout from like our situation." And I'm like, "Okay, like what
Oh
is
my
it?"
God.
Oh, this
And he's
tea.
like, "So when I put out music, can you share it?" And I was like, "I'm like, sure."
The
So you're coming to
audacity.
me for favors
Wait,
after
you said sure?
kind of wasted my time.
After you text
okay,
her
well,
while you're
I said,
drunk?
I said sure, and I probably will do it just because like he literally like kickstarted my career, kind of. I mean, I wrote the song, but he gave me the material, you know?
I think she's giving him too much credit.
So anyway, but I won't divulge names. I won't do that.
Before we go, we do want to get to one important question, which is our Mitsubishi Drive Your Ambition question of the night.
Very important.
Gotta know, what are some of your goals and ambitions for 2022, Stacey Red Velvet?
Oh man. All right. There's some stupid things and there's some big things.
That's great.
So I want to go on tour, but it's happening. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. I'm going on tour with
Wait.
Lawrence. With Lawrence the band.
Okay, the tickets are available now?
All in my link in my bio and every
Yo,
single social
You gotta
media.
support artistry,
do
support
we have
live
a link?
music.
Drop it in the chat. School night.
It's my link tree and everything.
Let's do it.
I want to put out a project, like a work of music, you know, with multiple songs, which we are working on at this moment. That's why I'm in LA. I also want to like I want to get my hair done. Like I've never got it dyed professionally before. So that's something else. That's something else. I've always done box dye, which is not really a good thing.
Are you going velvet?
No,
Yeah,
like
what
just
color are
maybe
we
just
thinking?
blonder, lighter,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So I want to do that,
Yeah.
and I just want to like have a great year.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was
you
your
know?
question?
Just
Double
like
T.
blondes have more fun all year.
Exactly, you know, and like I've always been kind of like in between like dirty blonde, redhead for like my whole life, and I'm like I kind of want to be different.
You should do it.
I'm
like
gonna
it.
do
I
it.
chopped off all my hair and
I
bleached
love
it
it.
blonde.
I think it
looks
looks
good.
amazing.
Recently, so
I think it looks amazing.
let's all do it.
Let's
It's
all
a
do it.
challenge.
This is fun.
Chop
Let's
off
just
your
stay
hair,
on here.
bleach
We
your
should
blonde.
just
What did I
chat
sign
for
up
like
for?
20 minutes.
Let's just do it.
Let's just
Am
do
I
it.
going blonde too?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God,
Duh.
Jayo, that might look bomb.
this-
Did you see the?
We should all go blonde.
The Super Bowl. Yeah, and like the beard was blonde. Kendrick's
Oh my God,
dancing.
those
Yeah,
were,
all
they
the
looked
dancers.
amazing.
Didn't they look amazing?
I
Yeah.
love that.
I wanted a beard so I could dye
That
it
was pretty
blonde.
fire.
I thought it was
pretty fire.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Double T asks, what is your main musical inspiration?
Oh man, that's a very big question. My main musical inspiration. I guess I don't know if I'm answering this in like a weird way, but I think what inspires me to be musical is that I'm sharing a genre of music, which is mainly jazz, with people who might not ever have listened to it before. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
like kids.
Right.
And a lot of people have this preconceived notion that jazz sucks, but they're just kind of looping it into this bigger genre, and they don't know all the different kinds. So if I can put someone onto jazz, then I've done my job.
So you're trying to
and
be
if you
like-
never want to listen to it, that's fine.
You're like today's
trying to
Frank
force you.
Ocean. Or Frank Sinatra.
Oh yeah,
Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra.
I mean, you know what? Maybe.
Yeah.
Or I'm just Stacey Ryan.
Exactly.
That's really what it's all about.
Exactly,
There's no
exactly.
comparison.
And all your links are in
The
the chat,
Stacey
so
Ryan.
make
Oh my
sure you
God,
guys click
amazing.
those
Yeah.
Love that.
right there.
Perfect.
Jazz does not suck. You're right, Cali culture.
Oh my God,
You
you're
are
so right. You're
Oh,
so
man.
correct.
Well,
Stacey Ryan.
Yes.
It's been so amazing.
It's been amazing.
You
I wanna
closed out
just
the
stay.
show of Galentine's with the red velvet
Galentine's.
bang.
Oh, you know me.
You're incredible.
You know.
We're so looking forward to following your journey too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm excited to just
catching you on
keep
tour.
going and keep working and
Hell
keep
yeah.
just thriving. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Yeah, you're going to.
I hope so.
And you're gonna
I'm
be
trying my
blonde while
best.
doing it.
I'm gonna be blonde
Right.
while doing it, and I can't wait.